Hello friends, today I am going to discuss with you all regarding the panel discussion. In the present video, I will be discussing with you all regarding these 9 points. First, what is panel discussion? Second, how to arrange the panel discussion. Third, how to select the topic for the panel discussion. Fourth, how to recruit or select the experts or the speakers. Fifth one, how to select a moderator. Sixth one, how to plan for the setup where you are going to have the panel discussion. 7. What should be the timing for the panel discussion? 8. What are the common do's and don'ts? And 9. About the question and answer session. So let us see this topic. First and foremost, a panel discussion, it is a publicly exchange of views and ideas on a particular topic. It gives speakers or the experts and audience a chance to discuss on a specific topic. Now, if you are interested to arrange for this panel discussion, so ideally you can arrange the panel discussion as a separate event, only panel discussion. Or second, in a conference, one particular timing will be allotted for the panel discussion. So in a two-way you can arrange for the panel discussion. The main point we have to remember about arranging is start early preparation for the program, okay, planning it out and start executing it so that it will give enough time for the speakers and the audience to make it for that particular program or for the conference. Second, how to select any particular topic for the panel discussion. It's very important to select an appropriate topic. So select a topic which is important to the audience, that means your end user who is going to listen and who is going to implement. So audience will be interested to learn the topics which is practically helpful to them, so which will add some value to their practice, which will add their value to their working. So we have to select that type of topic. Now we need to always avoid a general or the vague topic, otherwise the discussion will become multi-focused, and we don't want multiple work to be done. We want only one work at a time, okay, main work, not the multiple work. So avoid choosing the general or the vague topic. Panels which you are making, it is basically made to offer the advice or the information on a selected topic by the discussion. Now, how to select the experts or the speakers for the participation? Now, a panel, how many individuals you have to select? Okay, so a panel of 4 to 6 people will create an interesting discussion. If the numbers are more, okay, then it will not make a good panel discussion. If members are less, in that case we may have some problems. I'll tell you later on. Now you can look for a person with the good knowledge on a particular selected topic. Now they may have a variation in the age, gender and ethnicity, but you need to select a person who is having knowledge about that particular topic which you have selected. Now person's background will have a significant effect on his perspective. Now you are taking the people from different age group, gender, ethnicity and from the different place, so your topic will get a good idea from the different viewpoint. Invite more number of people, maybe up to 5 or 6. So in case, okay, in the last moment somebody will cancel your proposal, okay, you may not find any issue. So that is very important. Invite the speakers or the experts many weeks in advance to allow them to prepare for that particular topic, and by chance if anybody cannot make it, okay, and if you want to recruit any other individual, you can get a sufficient time to include another people for the panel discussion. Now invite a moderator. Moderator is basically, you can say a head of the steering committee. He is going to give a direction to the entire panel discussion. He will be coordinating with the organizers, audience as well as the speakers of the in the panel discussion, and he will see to that they are discussing on the theme or the topic which has been finalized, and they are not deviating. The speakers are not deviating, and they are providing the guidelines, or they are discussing in a such a way that the conclusion what will come out from the discussion, it will be helpful to the audience, and audience may ask the question, so that will be scrutinized or maybe selected or maybe arranged in a sequence, and then it will be given it to the speakers via the moderator, or sometimes the audience can ask directly also. So the work of the moderator is very, very important and crucial. So you have to select a person as a moderator who is not participating in the panel discussion but serves as a moderator who is having good experience of moderating the panel discussion. The main work of the moderator is very important. Have a look at the slides. Keep all the panelists focused on the audience and on the topic. See to that they are not debating from the topic, and see to that the discussion is going smoothly. Remember, it is a panel discussion, it is not a debate. Okay, so this we have to remember, that we have to discuss, we are discussing, we are not debating on any point. Now, how to plan for the setup where the panel discussion has to be organized. So individual chair can be provided to all the speakers, and they can sit near to each other, so it will look in an arranged form, and they can be very closer, or by appearance, okay, they can appear to the audience. Even you can make use of big table, but in that case, okay, the sitting arrangement has to be proper. And if you are arranging on a chair, okay, don't keep it in a straight line, make it in a slightly circle manner. So what will happen, all the speakers can look and communicate with each other. At the same time, they can look at the audience as well. A small table, apart from the chairs or a big table, you can keep a small table, okay, so that speakers, okay, you can keep a water bottle for the speakers, as well as speakers, if they want to keep there some notes or other belongings, they can keep it on the small table. Remember, a personal microphone or a mic has to be provided to the moderator. So at the while the entire discussion for a few minutes, okay, they can continuously give a feedback, and they can see to that the program is going on track. And apart from this, good number of mics can be provided to all the speakers to express their views. Remember, the goal of the panel discussion should be clearly informed to everyone present over there. It should be clearly known by the moderator, speaker, audience, as well as the organizers. Speakers in the panel discussion will be trying to help the audience with finding the practical solutions. What are the possible solutions? And the speakers will try to provide the proper information, and it will arrange, and it will make in such a way that it can be implemented in a form of a strategy. So they'll help to get the practical solution with based on their capability. So what should be the ideal timing for the panel discussion? Okay, if you are arranging for the panel discussion in a conference, it should be somewhere around 45 to 60 minutes, which is considered as a optimal. That's good if you are arranging for a panel discussion in a conference. So you can have a panel discussion plus question answer session, and you can complete it within a 1 hour. Or you can take 1 hour up to panel discussion and few minutes of question and answer session. But if panel discussion is the only event, okay, which you have organized, in that case the timing can be increased up to 90 minutes. Now, starting with the individual lectures, okay, if it is in this way, okay, it is optional. Of course, it is optional, but if it is going in this way, it will look more like a focused symposium. So better it can be avoided. And one point which has to be remembered by everybody in the panel discussion is the main focus is always a discussion on particular topic, and after the discussion reaching to some conclusion which can be utilized as a take-home message for all the people. Now, avoid using the visual presentation. Okay, no need for any PPT presentation when we are doing a panel discussion, unless and until some image or GIF which is must or very important for that particular topic, okay, you can show it. Why we don't need to use the PPT? Because all the people will be then have a good focus on the PPT presentation which you are doing, and you cannot discuss on a proper way. Okay, visual presentation will basically slow down the discussion, and audience involvement will be decreasing. So try to avoid doing the PPT. And even never give the pass around material during the panel discussion. If you pass such a material, what will happen? Okay, some people will be busy in collecting, some people will be busy in reading that material, and overall nobody will be concentrating on the speakers who are discussing with each other about that particular topic. So you can do it before the panel discussion starts, quite early. Okay, so that they will read and they will complete that work, and after that it will start, or else after completing, okay, if you want, you can circulate some material. Okay, now very important is the question and answer session. Now for this Question and answer session is basically an interaction between the audience and the speakers. So there are many ways how audience can interact with the speakers. It can be question answer session, it can be a brainstorming session. There are many ways to interact the audience, but here question and answer session will be main for the interaction. So audience may ask many open or close-ended questions. Maybe a general question any speakers can answer, or it can be a specific to a question for a particular speaker. Okay, so it can be asked when the discussion is going on, or preferably it can be asked even in the last, once the discussion is over. Once the panel discussion is over, it can be moderator or any other person can have a look over of the questions. They can collect the questions and they can arrange it or in a sequence and so on, so it will go in a one flow, and it can be asked to the speakers. Now plan out the time required to have the question and answer and explanation in detail. Okay, so you restrict yourself to 15 to 25 minutes, okay, for question and answer session, because when the topic is interesting, audience is also interesting, and speakers are knowledgeable, sometimes it may go for a very long time. Questions, maybe many questions will be asked. So restrict yourself to time, okay, 15 to 25 minutes. It is better that the speakers of the panel discussion will talk and discuss among themselves in advance about the topic, so that the discussion will go in a particular flow, good flow, or in a channelized manner. So this we can, when they meet each other, they can plan it out and discuss. Involve the audience early by asking the question or by asking them to solve the problems and share their findings and start with the discussion. This is basically for your interactive teaching. Okay, you involve them rather than telling, teaching, and training. And among these three, okay, rather than telling, you just involve them. Once they are involved, okay, your entire discussion outcome of the program will be verified. Keep one person as a timekeeper so that they can have a close look at the how many minutes are over and how many minutes are remaining. So the schedule for the conference will not get disturbed. And that same person can even collect the questions from the audience and give it to the moderator. Okay, and very important is in the end, if you are a moderator, you thank speakers. If you are an organizer, thank everybody. And if you are a speaker and you are getting a chance, you also thank everybody, including the audience. Okay, so these are some points which I have discussed about the panel discussion. I hope this will be helpful to you all. Thank you very much for watching the video. Okay, thanks.